This video falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Pixie Love. You guys can call me Pixie. And today we're doing some Fatlogic because I'm ready to get back in this game. Super excited to be recording again. Hi, it's been a while. Hope you guys all had a really good, past couple of weeks. It's time to get angry again. So let's get into this. All right, everybody, I have a public service announcement. Just so you guys all know, fatphobia is a public health issue. Fatness is not. I talked about it before how America will not get universal health care as long as 60% of the country is overweight because nobody wants to pay for that shit. We don't even want to pay for it as Americans. What makes you think the government wants to pay for that? I'm just saying. And, I don't think being fat is a public health issue because I don't think it affects other people besides the individual person, besides, insurance rates or whatever. But, you don't see a fat person and instantly become fat. But, it does affect the people around you and the people you care about. Especially if you have a family and stuff like that. If you're dying young and your family is dying young because you're overweight, it's kind of sad when that's something you can change. If you're thin, there's a 99.9% chance that you have said the most fatphobic garbage in front of your fat friends, family, coworkers, acquaintances without even feeling awkward about it. Probably often, because fatphobia is a bonding activity in this society. That's like me saying, if you're white, there is a 99.9% chance that you said some racist garbage in front of black people or people of color because being racist is a bonding activity in society. I hate generalizing people. It pisses me off so much because as a person of color, I have experienced racism because of generalizations of how black people should be and a bunch of bullshit and a bunch of dumbass shit. I don't like that. It's stupid. And it's stupid for me to just think that all white people are racist bastards. No. In fact, most white people aren't racist. Do they have maybe some racial bias? Probably. But are they all racist? No. Do they all get together in a secret meeting and talk about how horrible people of color are? Not all of them. Is there a group of people who do that? Yes. If I see that person in person, if they say some shit to me, am I gonna punch them? Probably. But I just hate how these people honestly have a fantasy about thin people, which is just people who are normally at a healthy weight and who aren't overweight or something. They just have this notion that they all hate fat people and that their lives are fucking easy, and it's just I don't know. It's just weird. It's really fucking weird how much you fantasize about thin people's lives. You really think that they spend their whole day thinking about you being fat because you spend your whole day thinking about them being thin. That's literally what it is. You really spend your whole day thinking about thin people and how great their lives is. You assume that they must spend their whole day thinking about fat people and how horrible it is to be fat. But they literally cannot care. They do not care. You're the one with the problem, not them. Everything bad they say caused by being fat can be attributed to experienced weight stigma. Fat isn't the problem. And I thought that this big giant paragraph over here would explain, but no, they're just self-promoting themselves to go check their scientific journal resources, blah, blah, blah. So you're telling me that the higher chance of having a heart attack or diabetes is caused by weight stigma and not the weight itself? Please explain. I really want to know. I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense. Just the stigma of how being fat is bad makes your body do all the horrible things. Right? Is that what you're saying? I did read a little bit of what this girl just said, and it says, the last sentence says, if there was such a thing as a cost of obesity, which there's not, the blame would be the haters. Or the haters would be the blame. So there's no you did nothing wrong. There's obviously, if you're having problems because you're fat, it's not because you're fat. It's because the people who hate you because you're fat is causing your body to react this way. Yep, it's not the fat. So you're saying if we just all of a sudden just stop hating fat people, which I don't really think anyone hates fat people, but if we all of a sudden just stop believing that being fat is bad, fat people won't have health issues anymore? Is that what you're saying? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying, and that's ridiculous. Like, just the mental hurdles to get to your point. Bro, I don't understand how you guys aren't losing weight by all this mental gymnastics you guys be doing. Like, you guys do so much mental gymnastics, you should be sweating your asses off. Like, honestly. I'm starting to lose all faith here. I'm a bigger girl, and I've been single for years because guys just don't like me because I'm a bigger girl. Before you comment, yes, I have tried to lose weight, but I have a medical issue which causes me to be overweight, and I physically cannot lose it, okay? Okay. Are there actual guys out there who like bigger girls? Because I'm honestly at my wit's ends. Yeah, because like all fat girls are single. Like I literally am not in a relationship with a man who's not fat because, you know, yeah, we're just all single somehow. It's not even about your weight, girl. This self-pity is not attractive. Like nobody wants that. Nobody wants that, you know? Like self-pity isn't cute. No one likes it. You gotta have confidence. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta love yourself. No one else is going to like or love you if you don't love yourself. It's just true. Like, people are gonna use you, they're gonna abuse you, they're gonna mistreat you because you don't respect or love yourself. And some people are just not gonna wanna mess with you because, like, they just don't like that shit. But, yeah, I don't know what you look like. I don't know how big you are. But this whole self-pity shit is not cute. And there are plenty of big girls who are in relationships. Some are in toxic relationships, some are in healthy relationships. Some are just fucking around and doing whatever the fuck they want because they can. So the problem isn't you being a bigger girl. The problem is probably your personality and this whole self-pity thing you got going on. If you used to be fat and lost weight, you may be proud of yourself for achieving thinness. You may be so proud of yourself that you want to share your weight loss stories openly and publicly, but please don't. It's harmful for those around you. Trigger warning real quick, self-harm. If that's something that, you know, triggers you, skip this part. I'll do a thing. So I just want to use an example. I've known people who used to self-harm, and they would talk about their stories. Like, I've known people online who would talk about their stories of recovering from stuff like that. And is that, like, something that people shouldn't openly talk about, recovering from something that was so harmful for themselves, to show people who, you know, are still doing it that they can get out and there's other ways to cope with the pain, anxiety, and other things that they're dealing with? Or no, should we just keep it hush-hush because it's harmful? Or also, let's talk about people who used to have EDs who are, you know, coming out of their EDs and are transforming themselves and getting healthier. Is it harmful? And I'm talking about EDs that make you underweight because obviously they don't like the others. But they already talked about they don't like people who lose weight. So let's talk about people who gain weight for a healthy reason and they're overcoming their EDs and, you know, learning how to deal with their food in a healthy way. Should people not talk about that either? Like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't get it. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry you see it as harmful, but first of all, like, it's not. It's not harmful to post your fucking before and after pictures. Go ahead and do it. I have a whole series dedicated to posting before and after photos, and if you want me to post you, send them to me. Hopefully I'll remember to put you in. I will eventually do it if I forget, but you will eventually be in a video. Send them to my Instagram. You'll be in my series. And go watch those videos. Those before and after pictures are great. Go check it out. They're posted every Monday. Anyway, so shameless plug. But, like, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're overcoming something that was harmful for yourself and you're talking about it in a positive way and you're talking about your struggles, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's fine. Because there might be someone out there who has a very similar situation to you and they see that, hey, this person has overcome their things, maybe I can. If they're only seeing, you know, the bad, like if we're only posting people who are fat, if we're only posting people who are self-harming, if we're only posting people who are underweight and having EDs or extremely overweight and having EDs, and we're not posting the people in between, the people who've overcome these issues, the people who are stuck and unhappy in those positions, will think that that's how their life has to be. But no, you have to talk about getting out of those situations, like overcoming drug addiction, alcohol addiction. Like, talking about these overcome things might be harmful for someone who's not ready to hear those things, but they also would probably help someone who is ready to hear that, who's ready to hear that you can get over this, that there's a way out, there's something that you can do. And quite frankly, if you don't like the topic being shared online, you can leave. You're not forced to be online. You know, you can, doesn't Instagram and Twitter and TikTok have that thing like, oh, don't show me things like that? Click on that so you'll see less of that stuff, you know? Like, I don't want to see this stuff. I don't want to see this, you know? Or, you know, swipe it away. You don't have to look at it. You're not forced to view things you don't want to view. We know it's not really about health anyway, because if it was, everyone would be yelling at the thin people for glorifying unhealthy lifestyles, as underweight correlates much more worse health outcomes than obesity. When someone being underweight, it's a little harder to tell if someone is like underweight and overweight. And I say this because like everybody is different, right? And like if you're someone who's like 5'2", I think being like 110 pounds is a healthy weight for that person. I mean, I think I don't have a BMI chart pulled up right now, but I think it is. And like that's just but then for someone who's like me, I'm almost 5'8", like a healthy range for me is like 140 pounds. I think it's like 140 to 160 is like a healthy weight for me. And that's literally like a 6-inch difference. So it's like really hard, and I'm talking about females, it's like really hard to like tell when someone is. And then when they get to the extreme, yeah, you can clearly, like, no one is like, okay, people are praising her, but like majority of people are not like, oh, Eugenia Corney, she's my hero, like she's so like, most of us are like, this girl needs to be deplatformed. Do I think she needs to be deplatformed? No, that's a tricky step, but like, do I think she needs to be called out every step of the way? Yes. Yes, she does. Just like, I don't think these people should be deplatformed. I just think we need to continue to call them out and be like, hey, this is not okay. Okay? And maybe I'll do a whole episode on Eugenia Corney because, like, it's been a rabbit hole with her. I used to be a fan of her, but for like, we'll talk about it. I'll do a whole video on her. If you guys want to see a video on Eugenia Corney and the history of her and, like, all her ups and downs and the shit with her, let me know, because I was definitely an emo scene girl growing up, and that whole crowd was my shit, so. Anyway, yeah, so like, no, these people should not be deplatformed or told to go somewhere else. I just feel like us as people should continue to call out their bullshit and make sure that this is not the only information you're seeing. Let's not only be like, oh, obesity is good and like we're glorifying it, it's beautiful, and like whatever. Like, I'm not saying those are bad things. I don't think glorifying obesity is a bad thing. If you're obese and you love yourself, go ahead, be obese and love yourself, but just understand that you're not living the healthiest lifestyle, you know, like whatever. But as long as there's people like me who are like, hey, there's another way of thinking here. There should not only be one way of thinking. You know, like, not everyone is 100% right. So, like, there should always be multiple opinions so people have, like, their options of what they want to go with, what they want to think with. And, you know, there's not only one side of opinions. They have their opinions. I have mine. They say theirs. I say mine. We all live horribly, happily, hating each other in this planet. Alright, so I was going to do a couple more posts, but the next couple ones I saw were talking about systemic fat phobia and how fat phobia is a hate crime. And I have to get to work soon, and I am not ready to go on a rant. So those posts have been saved and will be on my next one. So stay tuned for my next Fatlogic video, because I'm going off. I'm already ready to go off because I'm not doing this right now. I can't. Okay, listen. If you watched me before, you understand how I feel about that, okay? Probably gonna be some deep dives on the definition of a hate crime. You know, we're gonna look into some fucking fat-related crimes and shit. Oh, we're going off. We are going off. Okay, I can't wait. I'm sorry. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like down below. If you guys enjoyed me, make sure you guys subscribe, because I do videos Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. If there's anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know down below, because I said I want to change up some things I want to like talk about, but I haven't really like looked into anything I want to talk about, because I had like no computer or anything for like 3 weeks. So let me know like what you guys want to see from me, like who people you want me to talk about. I know I've gotten a couple like comments about some TikTokers and stuff. Just put them down below in this video so I know like who to look into, because I don't really remember what video they were under. But I am thinking about doing a video on Eugenia Corney. Or Cooney, sorry, Eugenia Cooney, that's her name. But yeah, let me know some people you guys want me to like deep dive, look at their TikToks, talk about, you know, all this bullshit that they say. I've thought about talking about Amberline Reed, whatever. A lot of people talk about her, and I don't know. But let me know some people down below you want me to talk about, some things I should talk about, look into. Might do another episode of 1,000 Pound Friends, because I have been keeping up with that show. It's fucking good. I love it. I like it so far. I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes and I kind of like it. It's just I have to figure out how to like react to it, which I can only use the clips and not the whole show. But anyway, I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye bye.